And I cannot believe it's happening.
Ukrainian civilians, politicians, and celebrities trapped in a war zone pleading for help from the world after Russia launches a deadly, full-scale invasion of their country. Good evening, everyone. I'm Pat Harvey, and tonight Ukrainians are responding to the invasion with shock, while many world leaders are responding with condemnation. This is a live look at the Ukrainian capital city of Kyiv on what must be a very nervous night for the 3 million people who live there. We have extensive team coverage of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, and we begin with CBS 2 political reporter Tom Waite. Tom?
Hi, Pat. Well, as you just showed, the images of war are surreal and mind-boggling. To think this could happen in 2022, but it is very real. President Biden is calling this naked aggression, an unprovoked war. A barrage of gunfire erupting in Ukraine. This footage from a CNN crew. You can see people running for cover. It was a day of terror on the ground and in the sky above Ukraine. This near the capital of Kyiv. The country now under siege by Russian forces. Even the Chernobyl nuclear power plant was seized by Russia. It was taken over just hours after the invasion began. Chernobyl, the site of the world's worst nuclear disaster back in 1986. As fighting intensified, stunned Ukrainian families took cover in subway stations, using them as bomb shelters.
It's hard to believe that it's actually our neighbor doing this, because we never really believed that our neighbor can just come and just grab our land and tell us what to do. And we are an independent country.
The Pentagon says Russia has already fired roughly 100 missiles targeting Ukraine's military infrastructure and highly populated residential areas.
Putin chose this war, and now he and his country will bear the consequences.
After meetings with his national security team and other G7 world leaders, President Biden unveiled what he describes as unprecedented sanctions against Russia.
We estimate that we'll cut off more than half of Russia's high-tech imports. It'll strike a blow to their ability to continue to modernize their military. It'll degrade their aerospace industry.
Burbank Congressman and Chair of the House Intelligence Committee, Schiff.
One thing that has been difficult from the very beginning is figuring out what's the end game here. It's awfully easy to get into a country. As we have found out ourselves, it's very difficult to get out. I think Putin is going to find it very difficult to get out of Ukraine. This is going to be very costly. A lot of Russians, I think, are going to go back to Russia in body bags.
And just a short time ago, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky released a recording of a late-night speech where he said he remained in the capital, where he said the enemy has him marked and target number one. Members of Congress from both sides of the aisle have been largely united in their condemnation of Russian President Vladimir Putin. They are receiving an unclassified briefing from top Biden administration officials. We'll, of course, keep you posted. Live in the newsroom, I'm Tom Waite. Pat, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Tom.